Hey, my name is Brent.
And I'm Nicole.
Welcome to Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples. Welcome to 3 Game Forecast, a series in which we chat about 3 games that make up a pretty fun game night. Mm-hmm. We think, at least.
Yeah.
Right? And so what started this whole series was Nicole and I were talking. We're sending texts, be like, hey, we have friends coming over. What should we play? And Nicole was like, I don't know. I'm up for anything. And then just stalled out. So then we're like, hey, you know what? Like, why don't we come up with little mini theme game nights involving 3 games? Mm-hmm. Hence the name 3 Game Forecast. So the first one we did was all about racing. So if you want to know what those 3 racing games are, I'll link to the description of those, or that video, those 3 games in the link, or in the description of this video. You know what I mean. But today we are talking about
art.
Art. 3 games all having to do with art. And each of these games play very differently, have different mechanics, different themes and stuff. And so I'm going to start off with the first one. Okay. And this is kind of like 3 games that can be played in an evening, maybe 3-hour game night, whatever. But this first game, it's not a new game. We actually played this game when you and I were dating. So this actually is kind of a sentimental game for us.
I guess, yeah, in a
as
way.
a result. And so we played this the first time, actually. Was it the first time you kind of met my family?
Potentially.
Was it like our first family gathering, Easter gathering?
Yeah.
And so this is a game in which you will be drawing and then guessing what other people are drawing, much like many other games. So for this version of art, you're going to be drawing. And this is Telestrations. This is an absolute hoot of a game.
Classic.
And if you've never played Telestrations, pretty much it is like telephone. I think actually it says on the box like telephone meets drawing or something. The game of telephone sketched out or whatever. And so everybody starts with a secret word, and then they have to draw it. And then you pass your book to the next player, and they have to look at your drawing, and they have to write what it is. And then you go around the table, X amount of rounds or whatever, and at the end it's just absolutely insane, much like this game that we actually played. Nicole's word was...
toenail clippers.
It was toenail clippers,
which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And you know what? I'm not going to say who like the best drawer is in our family, but we will just show you these pictures. And so the word was
not me.
The word was toenail clipper, and Nicole drew this. And that guy's got a giant
Those
toe.
look like toes, right?
Yes, but what is this, like a violin bow? Or like, what is this? Anyway, so Nicole drew this, and it got passed on, and someone said it was chopsticks. And then from there, it went to chopsticks. That's pretty good. The little broccoli there and whatnot, the rice, chopsticks. And then it ended up being a salad. And so you get like just crazy things in this game. What starts off normal is nuts at the end. Sometimes it works out, and we've played this with our kids all the way up to like my parents, like late 60s, and so the age range is like any age. So
yeah,
Telestrations, absolutely fantastic.
Super fun.
Drawing, Pictionary-esque type game. You're starting your night, maybe people haven't shown up. And I will say we have the family edition, so it can only play up to 6. I think the best way to play is the original. I think it had 8.
Yeah.
Because the more times it goes around,
the funnier
it is. And legitimately, we just recently played. And if you play this game and someone like looks at the picture and like writes exactly kind of what they see, like there was one, it was like looked like a cloud with like
oh my word.
It was like a cloud, and then like
we sure had a picture of that.
Yeah, our son was like drawing like Mario punching, like a fist punching a box. So I just wrote a cloud punching a box, and Nicole legitimately drew
a cloud
with an arm
punching a box.
It was just insane.
It was ridiculous.
So I don't know. Telestrations, absolutely fantastic game. So that is game number 1 in this 3 game forecast.
Okay, the second one we're going to talk about is a game all about art, all about you get to make art in this game.
Telestrations. We just talked about it.
No.
Okay.
You're not drawing.
Oh, okay.
You are choosing and collecting cards to make a picture, and that is canvas. So
Rock solid.
we just discovered this game this year.
Yeah.
And bought it this year. And we've played it a whole bunch. It is so fun. It's so easy to learn. The artwork is beautiful. You can make such cool pictures. I even like the word choices on there. Like, it's just really well done. Yeah. We love Canvas.
Yeah.
Super fun.
It's like this puzzly aspect where you have like,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
you want to get like a certain amount of triangles or this icon on the bottom of the cards beside the other ones.
Yep.
And you can play it, as we've mentioned it, as heavy as you want or as light as you want, right? Like
Yeah.
you can really sit there and think and
plan out
which cards you're going to
symbols.
use to stack these translucent cards.
Yep. But I will say, like, I have won by not even really trying that hard. So
I guess I really suck or something.
no, I'm not saying just against you, but
Yeah, I know. I know.
yeah, so it's just really fun. It's chill. Anyone can learn it, and it's all about art, which is cool. So if you have an art themed game night, that's a great one to put right in the middle.
Yeah, because it's not super heavy, but at the same time, it's relaxing. And like I said, you can kind of think as heavy as you want in it or not. And so that would be kind of like the bigger game. And there's a couple expansions, reflections, really neat. Those cards are reversible, which is really fascinating. And then finishing touches, where it's kind of you don't have area control, but you're kind of fighting over one of 4 picture frames, because whoever's pictures in that frame at the end gets extra points. And so you're trying to figure out the puzzle in front of you, plus trying to figure out how you can area control, for lack of a better term,
I guess,
one of the 4 picture frames. So yeah, depending on which expansions you use or which cards and which scoring cards, that you can make it heavier than or lighter, right? Yeah.
Canvas
So
is...
middle of the night Canvas. So,
and that being said, like, just to add on, also, like, telestrations, I don't know if you ever just play one round. Right?
Yeah.
So, like, if you start the night out with telestrations, you could play that a couple times and then Canvas, right?
Yeah, and honestly, like, there's scoring in illustrations. I think it's just like absolutely like silliness.
Silly.
Like no one's
Keeping score.
no one's like, hey, I'm 100% win percentage in illustrations. Like no, everybody's the winner because you just are showing those pictures and it's insane.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, Canvas. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got Canvas, and then to end the night, I feel like sometimes the end of the night you want those kind of lighter games. You want those kind of like not heavy thinking games. And so this game is all about art. And in this game, you have I think you have 6 or 8 cards in your hand that are big cards that have all this crazy, crazy art that just is just really, really bizarre. And each round, someone has to give a word.
Yep.
And then they take these notebooks and then they write that word in all the notebooks except one. And then everybody gets it. This game is called Detective Club. And it's absolutely amazing. This game is a great game to end your night. It can play. It says 4 to 8 players, 4 to 8. I think 4 is very weak. I think my favorite way to play this game, I think, is at the 6 player count.
6 or higher is good.
But I think the game lasts because if you play at the 4 or 5 player count, you go around so everybody has had a chance to write the word. But I think at the 6 player count, then you just play so everybody. And then obviously at 7 and 8, you play the same, but then it's just a little bit longer. I think to me personally, 6 player count's the highest or the best. But everybody looks at their notebook and one person doesn't know the word. So maybe the word is like trees. So then everybody's playing a card that reflects that word. And everybody plays a second card that reflects that word. And then the person who started the round, who gave the clue, says the word was trees, and I played this card because it has trees, and I played this card because it's a forest. And then everybody goes around in a circle, and then everybody explains why they played the card reflecting the word trees. And if you don't know the word, you're sitting there on pins and needles like...
You're going, my pictures have nothing to do with trees.
Nothing to do with trees. How am I going to like backpedal out of that? And I've had it where I'm the person who doesn't know the word, and immediately I have the worst poker face.
Yeah.
And as soon as I start explaining, I'm laughing, and so everybody can call me out on that. But it's like sometimes you legitimately don't even have the cards. Like if it's trees, and you don't have the cards, but you knew the word.
That's true.
You're
you
sitting
look
there.
super guilty.
You look super, super guilty. And it's just hilarious, the stories that people come up with saying, well, the trees, this coat rack looks like a tree and it's made of wood, and wood comes from forests that are trees. Like, just like silliness. And so, like, Detective Club, I absolutely love this game.
You gotta get a little creative. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's one of our favorite art games for sure. Like, we have Dixit as well. That's
This is
also
way
fun.
better.
This is so much better.
This is so much better than
I like
Dixit.
this a lot better.
And it's got that Dixit artwork that's just crazy.
Goofy.
That has like so much going on in it. And so that's the cool thing about these art cards, is they can all kind of piggyback on so many different
Sure. Yeah.
different words,
You
right?
can make up stories.
So you can make up stories.
Because
And so,
Yeah.
we've had a
good.
blast playing Detective Club. And so, those are our 3 art games. Telestrations, looniness, Canvas, creativeness, and Detective Club, which is just chaos and a lot of fun.
But you'll have a lot of laughs
Yeah.
at this game night if
Absolutely.
you choose to do this game.
Yeah. These 3 art ones. So
pretty funny.
What art games do you like that you would put into an art themed game night? Let us know in the
There are
description.
lots.
There are a lot. There are, like, seriously a ton. Seems a lot of party games resort to drawing and stuff like that.
For sure. Yeah.
And so, what are they? Let us know in the description below. My name is Brent.
And I'm Nicole.
Until next time, enjoy gaming and grab your umbrella. The forecast is cloudy with a chance of meeples.